Good evening. I'm Chase Puckett, principal of Newnan High School. On behalf of Superintendent of Coweta County Schools, Dr. Steve Barker, Assistant Superintendent Vince Bass, Board Chairman Mr. Larry Robertson, school board members Ms. Amy Dees, Ms. Beth Barnett, Ms. Sue Brown, Mr. Winston Dowdell, Mr. Frank Farmer, and Ms. Linda Meek, the administration, faculty, and staff of Newnan High School, I welcome you to the commencement for the class of 2018. We are Newnan, and together tonight we are the Cougar Nation. This week we are reminded of the importance of family, friendship, and community. It's a bittersweet night as we're joined together by family, friends, teachers, mentors who have encouraged, supported, and cheered for the class of 2018. Tonight, our challenge to you is be ready for the next step. But we know we didn't get here alone. The class of 2018, they're the first generation born after the 9/11 occurrence in New York. They're the first generation to grow up knowing terrorism, knowing code red drills, and knowing the dangerous world that's out there. It's easy to be concerned about the state of our nation until you meet these young folks who will make a difference one day. But tonight we also celebrate those who couldn't be here with us, those who made the journey as far as they could. In triumph, in adversity, in celebration, we are Newnan. Many of our staff and students have lost loved ones along the way. At the beginning of the year, the Cougar Nation lost one of our most loyal Cougars and one of the bravest men I've ever known. In the memory and honor of lifetime Cougar, Dr. Joe Child, and all those we've lost along the way, I ask you to join me for a moment of silence. After this moment of silence, I ask that you please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem by the Newnan High School Band under the direction of Band Director John Elderwan and Assistant Band Director Mr. Chad Reynolds. Please join me in a moment of silence.
Good evening, class of 2018. I'm Newnan High School's SJ President, Don Brados, and on behalf of Newnan High School, I would like to welcome the family and friends of the graduating class, as well as the teachers, faculty, staff, administration, and the Board of Education. Thank you all for joining us on such an amazing night as we celebrate and congratulate this amazing group of students on this milestone of our lives. The class that is graduating tonight is the last of the millennial generation, which includes anyone born between 1984 and 2000. Our class belongs to one of the largest age groups of generations in history. With that being said, we are also often considered to be the laziest generation in U.S. history. I know my dad is agreeing with that right now. At times, the millennial generation is accused of being entitled, narcissistic, unfocused, lazy, selfish, and defiant. Time magazine states we are the me generation. However, I would say to all of you that the world is ready for us to take charge and become the next generation of leaders. However, the world might not be. Society today is frightened by the power of our young minds and the realization that the future is in our hands. But being a part of this school for 4 years, I've had the absolute pleasure of meeting some of the greatest people that our generation has to offer. From the students I've met at these NHS halls, I feel I've learned the exact opposite of what people say about our generation. To argue society's expectations of us, I want to tell you about some of the extraordinary students I've met over the years. Nathan Rayburn is sitting before you on the field tonight. I've had the pleasure of taking a couple classes with Nate. He's a walking genius, and I can assure you that without his legible handwriting, I would not be receiving a diploma today. Nathan is an example of one of Newnan's many high academic achievers, and I can't wait to see what he'll do for our future. Katie Finger is on the field tonight. Katie has excelled in the Fine Arts Department as a gifted singer and actress at Newnan High. I've always told Katie that I hope she'll be on Broadway someday, because she has the drive to do so, and I'm going to need rich friends. Hamilton and Elliot Schubert are graduating tonight as well. This dynamic duo is part of Newnan High's most talented athletes. Their strong ambition for excellence assures these two are going places in the future. Wherever they go, I hope I can be seen with them, because it's true. Shakes love plants. Beneath these lights, Sakita Robinson also sits before you. Sakita is the first friend I made in high school. I remember sitting in homeroom on the first day of freshman year, and when she sat down right next to me, I introduced myself and she did the same. Then I told her, Sakita, I got a good feeling we're going to become really good friends. She quickly responded, get away from me. Just kidding. Got it. But Sakita is one of the strongest, bravest, and most independent women I've ever known. She could run for president someday, and I would vote for her every time. Because she's an example of the hardworking women and leaders who will make a difference in this world. These students are just a sample of this class. And this class is just a sample of this generation. This field is full of the talents and brilliance that this generation has to offer. This class of 2018 has shown me that we are a generation far from entitled, unfocused, or lazy. No, this generation, this class is hardworking, creative, and independent. I know that we are going to make Newnan, this state, this country, and this world a better place. It's true, maybe we do spend a little too much time on our phones, and we do take too many pictures of ourselves. But this class of 2018 is going places. We will be leading the way into the future. And whatever future this generation leads us into, I can't wait to be a part of it. I feel honored to be sharing the stage tonight with a class so extraordinary. And I'll stand by them no matter what. She says, if you love me, I tell her when the car leave. The great Drizzy says he only loves his bed and his mama. Well, I love this class, I love Newnan High, and I love my mom. Go be rock stars, class of 2018. Thank you.
Slide down this pole.
Good evening, fellow graduates, family, and friends. Welcome to the Newnan High School commencement ceremony of the class of 2018. My name is Olivia Grace Helm, and I have the honor of being the salutatorian of Newnan High School's 130th graduating class. It is truly an honor to be up here speaking to all of you tonight. I have dreamed of this day for several years. I remember thinking at the beginning of freshman year that the last phase of my education before moving on to college was finally before me. I'm sure many of my fellow classmates have felt the same over the years. Little did we know how quickly the next several years would fly by. I have known many of you since elementary school. Our days of playing with each other on the playground have slowly turned into passing each other in the hallway on our way to class. In elementary school, we bonded over our favorite Webkinz stuffed animals and making bracelets. And in high school, we bonded over our favorite music and TV shows, playing on various sports teams together, and joining some of the same clubs. Even though we are all different in many ways, we have all had similar experiences during our time at Newnan High School. I'm sure that all of us were freaked out on our first day of 9th grade when we suddenly had to navigate such a large campus surrounded by so many people. We have been a part of each other's lives for so long now that we have formed our own. We have celebrated each other's victories and have supported each other in times of need. We cheered together at football games, studied together for important tests, hung out after school and during spring breaks, and sat together in the lunchroom. This year, we have applied to colleges and completed scholarship applications, and we have been accepted to numerous prestigious universities and colleges. Many of our classmates will enter into various branches of the military or have decided to enter the workforce. While our paths may be different, we have all made our plans for the future. I am personally excited to be cheering on the Jackets this fall. Even though we cannot predict when our paths will cross after tonight, I hope that we will always have a piece of each other and we will always be the Newnan High School class of 2018. I know our journey to this night has not always been easy. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Our trials up until this point might have been challenging, but they are a part of a bigger plan for our lives. This verse in particular is very meaningful for me, as I was very sick in the 4th grade. I had a severe case of appendicitis and was out of school for 6 weeks. Through hard work and dedication, I was able to get caught up and go to the 5th grade. I will always reflect on this time in my life as a trial in which I was able to persevere. I say this because we never know what others have been through to get to where they are now. Every person on this field has persevered through these final 4 years of high school and has succeeded in their efforts. I sincerely congratulate each and every one of you, and I wish you the best in all your future endeavors. But first, let us take a moment to reflect on how far we have come since we were 5-year-olds getting dropped off for the first day of kindergarten. Thank you.
In the past year, have you been asked, so, where are you going to college, or what are you going to do after high school? Well, I'll tell you, I have been asked that countless times this year, and it wasn't up until 2 months ago that I could even answer that. It became extremely frustrating trying to come up with an answer to this question. It seemed as if every time I would get asked, I would have a different response. I got so frustrated with myself because when I looked at my future, it was really hard to see what was next. This is a very common struggle at this age because, truthfully, we are just trying to figure it all out day by day. We often find it hard to talk about the future because it is something that can never be set in stone. The future is always changing based on the decisions that you make. Being human means being unsure and changing your mind very often. I know this milestone year was one that came with a lot of uncertainty and indecisiveness. However, Miss Lewis constantly reminded me of something that I would probably never forget. She told me that I would land where I was supposed to. The more indecisive I got, the stronger I held on to that saying, "Hannah, you land where you're supposed to." And I did. I landed right where I was meant to be. I was originally given the task to stand here in front of you and talk to you about the future. However, the very irony of that task is that I'm still so unsure about my own future. Uncertainty is a very real feeling that I know we have all experienced in high school. It makes you question yourself. To my class, I just want you to know that it's okay to change your mind. It is okay to not know your ultimate goal. It's okay to change your plans because in the end, the ultimate goal is to make a future for yourself filled with everything and everyone that bring you true joy and happiness. It takes a lot of courage to be able to stand up and say, you know what, this isn't what I want anymore. A lot of times it is seen as taking 2 steps back, but in reality, this is you becoming more sure of your own future. It becomes you being more confident in what you want. It means you're figuring out life for yourself through trial and error. If there is one thing that I've learned through my mistakes, it is that wisdom comes in the most unlikely forms, and one of the most common forms is failure. The future is supposed to be a mystery. When we are faced with the question, what are you going to do next? I think that sometimes it should be okay to say, well, I don't know yet. I wish I would have learned to say that this whole year when asked about my college plans, because saying I don't know yet means you're remaining open-minded to the opportunities that you're going to create for yourself. You will land where you're supposed to, but that only comes with hard work and confidence in your own abilities. I'm confident that the class of 2018 will become very successful in the years to come. I see this class walking across another stage in the next 4 years, or serving our country, or in the workforce. There are no limits to the success that is to come our way. We must challenge ourselves and others to be the very, very best versions of ourselves that we can be. Every day, we must earn our success, never just simply expecting it. Graduation marks the time that we start to take a hold of our own lives. Yes, graduation is an end, but it is even more of a beginning. It is the beginning of the rest of our lives that are now controlled by the decisions that we make. We have all looked forward to this moment that we cross the stage and get the diploma, and now that that moment is minutes away, it's hard to figure out how to feel about it. A mix of excitement and sadness, I'm sure. It is hard to feel anything but nostalgia for the past 4 years that seem to come and go in literally the blink of an eye. From Friday night football games here at Drake Stadium, to long bus rides home from away games of my own, to anything else that kept us busy and involved here at Newnan, we have made incredible memories that will impact the rest of our lives. I can truly say that I've taken it all in. And that in those moments, I felt true joy that I will never forget. I lived in moments, not time, these past 4 years. The community in this town and in this school is one that I'm not sure that's replicated anywhere else. I'm extremely blessed to have grown up in Newnan, where I have learned the importance of service and kindness. To the class of 2018, I ask that you never forget where you got your start. Newnan High School has laid out the foundation for your future. We all grew into the people that we are today because of this school, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. To the teachers, thank you for pushing us and encouraging us every day. To the counselors, thank you for guiding us through every rough patch these past 4 years. To my parents, thank you for believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. But most importantly, to the class of 2018, thank you for the most memorable 4 years in my life. I'm forever blessed to have gone through it all with you. Mark Twain once said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things that you did. I want you to take risks and dream big. Find what you're passionate about and go after it. Find the one thing that brings you true joy and don't ever give up on it. Never be afraid to change your mind, because we may know the beginning and we may know the end, but the middle is forever a mystery that can be altered by the decisions that we make every single day. The day that we make an exceptional decision is the day that we become an exceptional person. Thank you.
We are very proud of the accomplishments of all these graduates. Spectators and participants are expected to behave in a manner that will show respect for all of the graduates on the field. We want each person who is here to support their graduating senior, rain or shine, to be able to hear the graduate's name when it's called. For this reason, we ask that you please hold all applause until all names are called. Superintendent Dr. Barker, Mr. Bass, and members of the Board of Education will be greeting our graduates as they're presented their diplomas. Graduates, please step forward as your name is called.
Elizabeth Griffin with honor. William Anthony Wilbanks with honor. Anthony Zoltan. Giovanni Antonio Alfaro. Elliot Ashley Schubert with honor. Hamilton Peyton Schubert with honor. Kyle Austin Smith. Patrick Bernard Harris Jr. with high honor. Arian Blake Cox with honor. Devin Bradley McKeachin. Christian Raymond Jeter. Tanner Brian Gale with honor. Lucas Brian Mack. Alvin Brian Steele. Alejandro Calderon. Now presenting diplomas is Mr. Winston Dowdell. George Carlos Calderon. Nicholas Chance Arrington. Maxwell Charles Gruber. Cheyenne Elizabeth Fifield. Cora Elizabeth Ford. Ryan Christian Johnson. Now presenting diplomas is Vice Chairman of the Board, Ms. Amy Dees. Cameron Dwayne Denzik. Emily Kate Black with honor. Tiara Kendall Garrett with honor. Pedronius Kiera Nikki Kidd. Jocelyn Lejada Rouse. Tamia Latarius Watson. Autumn Lane Kane with honor. Naya Lenona Kai Pittman with honor. Alyssa Lee Rhodes. Angel Laura McGill. Madeline Leah Williams. Denasia Latrice Daniel with honor. Jatorius Ladelia Kinley with honor. Addison Lee Andrews with high honor. Faith Leanne Edens. Walker Cole Pearson with honor. Evan Kurt Rhodes. Desideria Lamartavius Ontario Walker with honor. Braxton Ladre Cleveland. Sebastian Lance Barnes. Trevor Lee Brandenburg with honor. Justin Lee T. Tatiana Latrice Parks. Autumn Lee Medlin with honor. Savannah Lee Cochran. Savannah Lee Devane. Niquacia Leanne White. Amaya LaSherman Plus with high honor. Samantha Lynn Hudson with high honor. Jolene Lisabeth Robertson with high honor. Joyce Lorraine Fowler with high honor. Olivia Louise Parinko. Madison Noel Love Harmon. Whitney Lucille Stevens. Joanna Lynn Mutemiller. Macy Lynn Ward. Macy Lynn Grimaldi with high honor. Eddie McFall. Michael Kobe Viverette. Francisco Javier Osorio Morales. Edward Lewis Fallon. Sergio Alder Borjas. Monte Vendrez Lindsay. Rebecca Lynn Goins with honor. Victoria Lynn McMillan with high honor. Adeline Macy Morris with honor. Tyler Madison Hay. Brittany May Tanner with honor. Hannah May Sokolov. Savannah May McAteer. Janaya Majea Sargent. Tamara Mamie Blake. Maria Juarez. Emily Marie Zingler. Geneva Marie McLeod with honor. Haley Marie Stokely. Marquise Mandrell Turner. Joseph Antonio Poitras. Now presenting diplomas is Ms. Beth Barnett. Jonathan Manuel McCall. Brandon Marquise Moore. Xavier Martez Wood with honor. Aaron Matthew Kelly. Jacob Matthew Prophet with high honor. Haley Marie Wagner. Haley Marie Coleman. Hannah Marie Campbell. Caitlin Marie Elrod. Paige Marie Batten with high honor. Paige Marie Schneider. William Tyler Gates. Logan Tyler Wood with honor. Damien Tyreek Hill. Kenan Andre Corbin. Kennedy Deshaun Keith. Matthew Vincent Carter. Chase Wayne Cochran with honor. William Charles. Robert
graduating class of Newnan High School finished their high school education. In 1951, Newnan High School moved from the corner of Jackson Street and Temple to begin operation on this campus. In 1972, the city and county school systems merged, and Central High School and Newnan High School became one. Students, you are here for a reason. The class of 2018, you now join a tremendous heritage spanning 3 centuries, made that much more impressive because you're part of it. For 130 years, confident young men and women have graduated from Newnan High School, and you are now among this impressive legacy. No matter where you go, students, never forget that you matter. Your voice matters, and you are meant to make a difference. So I challenge you one more time, never give up. The faculty and staff of Newnan High School wish you the very best as you get ready to leave this place. We hope you will make this world a better place than the generations that come before you. I'm proud of you. We are proud of you. We are Newnan because you are Newnan. At this time, I ask the faculty members and board members to join me in the end zone as we wish our seniors good fortune. 130 years. This is the Cougar Nation.